What's going on, people? My name is Arie, and today I wanted to talk about the 0 to 1K in a week challenge. So today we're actually wrapping it up. I'm just gonna give you here the conclusion of the whole thing, like exactly what I did, what I would have done differently maybe, and how I'm gonna, my plan for the future essentially. So what I did, right, is I had my new general store. If you've watched my latest video, I do have a main store that I've had for like a year, but I wanted to start a new store on the new year, right? A general store. And this store, I started it with a brand new pixel, brand new everything, no customers, nothing, okay? So what I did is I decided to take a different angle, because usually I run Facebook ads to get customers, but I had heard that that Instagram influencers were becoming a big thing, or already were a big thing, but I wanted to test how easy it would be to start with Facebook, with Instagram influencers, and let me tell you guys, it worked amazingly. So here's exactly what I did. So we started the challenge on January 9th, okay? Today it's January 19th, so it's been exactly 10 days, and actually today the total sales since January 9th are $1,700, so it's 64 orders. My profit margins are $18 to $20, so definitely a good amount of profit here. And then spent roughly a little over 500 on Instagram shoutouts. So I'm gonna take you step by step what I did, okay? So I started the store, installed the pixel on my Facebook pixel on my store, right? And then after I did that, I started fully focusing on Instagram. So what I did is I bought a couple thousand followers, and then I started posting a little bit of content on my page, right? To just make it look a little more active and more appealing to people. And then I started just doing massive research on Instagram influencers. So what I did is I used this website called flanks.com. They have a free engagement calculator that you can use. And so every time I find a page, I would pop them in there and check out their engagement rate. An engagement rate above 4% is really, really good. Anywhere below like 2 to 4% still acceptable. Like I did a couple of those, but they're not gonna get you as much results for sure, but they might, so you really gotta just test it out. And of course, if they have a lower engagement rate, you can use that as leverage to negotiate a better price, right? Okay, so I found like 6 promoters that they all responded to me. So I started with 3 at a time, and then the first day of the challenge, I made $160. And then I carried on those sales for another day. So the next day on January 10th, I got $88. And then the next day is when I got a couple new shout-outs. And that day was actually the biggest day of them all. I made $309.95, so pretty much 310. That was on January 11th. And then I just kept cycling through the best shout-outs that I got, right? So I just contact them again, tweak the ad a little bit, just so it's not too repetitive. And by exactly a week, right? So from January 9th to January 16th, we managed to do 1,300 in sales. So we exceeded the challenge. So the challenge was to get from 0 to 1K in a week, but we did 1,300, and this was only done with Facebook, God, why do I keep saying that? With Instagram influencers. So this just goes to show the power of influencers. Now, I do gotta say, this wasn't just a bare store, right? Like, I implemented things in my store that I already knew had worked for me in the past. For example, I'll put up a list here of all the apps that I used. There is kind of a lot actually, but really the main ones that I will recommend is Countdown Cart by Beekiting. That one's a free countdown timer, so that's just ideal. You need a countdown timer to promote like scarcity in your products. I also used In-Cart Upsell by Awesome Software. This app is free up till just one upsell, and what it does is when it takes the customer to the cart page, it'll show kind of like on Amazon when you're in your cart, it says like customers who bought this also bought this. Would you want to add this to your cart? So I added this app so that would happen. And then I also used MailChimp for Shopify to build up a list, and also for abandoned cart emails. I used Oberlo, of course, to fulfill orders. Then I used an app called Personalized Recommendations. That one's also free. And what it does is just it recommends products at the bottom of your product listing that are related to the product that you're selling. And I only got one sale from that, but it was a big one, so it was totally worth it. Then I used tracking and delivery updates by Aftership. This one is really good as well because what it does is it lets your customers track their packages. It's also free, so it's perfect. And just having the track your order menu option will increase your conversions because your customers will know that they are able to track their package, so they're not getting scammed or anything. And then the last one is gonna be the Wheelio app, which is essentially like an interactive exit intent email pop-up. So what it does is it pops up this fortune wheel. I've talked about this so many times, but it's an awesome app. Pops up a fortune wheel, customer enters their email, and then they get a discount from it once they spin the wheel. And then obviously you get them subscribe to your email list, and it gives them a discount that they can apply, and that increases conversions because it happens as they are about to leave. So those are the apps I used. I recommend you use all of them. You can obviously use whichever apps you want. There's plenty more apps that are really beneficial. I just really wanted to keep my costs to a minimum, so I looked for apps that were free and just low cost apps at the same time. So yeah, that's what I did. And then, like I said, I bought all these shout outs, and then I just picked like essentially my 4 best pages that shouted me out, and I just kept buying from them. And I mean, I'm still buying today on the 19th. The store has made, let's see, 1,700 in sales, so 64 orders. That's pretty significant with only using Instagram shoutouts. And honestly, I haven't even skipped, like my highest page, the highest amount of followers that I bought a shoutout from was a page with only 600,000. I mean, 600,000 is a lot, and I actually paid $100 for the shoutout, but it was well worth $100. Obviously, it made me like 300 from that just one shoutout, and actually more than that because I've cycled it. I've used it about 3 times now, and every time it has given me like $300. So definitely worth it. So now what I'm gonna do, guys, this is the plan of action for the future. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot to mention, but the ads that I ran on this, so like the ads that I would give these pages to promote, would actually be a video ad. And I know that that's kind of difficult for like beginners to make or just to like really understand, but video ads are so much better in terms of internet marketing just because they get so much more engagement. And then what I did is I looked for pages that often posted videos, so their audiences are accustomed to videos and they have more potential of going viral, right? So that's why you really want to use video ads, and that's really going to put you ahead of all these beginners. No offense to the beginners, I mean obviously picture ads work perfect too, but I think not a lot of people use video ads when it comes to Instagram, and I think that's what gave me a competitive advantage over everyone else, because no one was really doing that. So I just made a catchy video with this app called Animoto. It's $45 a month, so that was actually like the most expensive thing that I used. But you can buy per month basis, so what you can do really is just find a bunch of products, pay $45 for that month, and just make a ton of videos. You could make like 10 videos, and you can just cycle through them, and it only costs you $45. I mean, that's not bad. I don't think that's too bad. It obviously made me way more than $45, so I got my money back for it. I strongly recommend it. But anyways, guys, so my plan of action for the future now. So now that I have 64 orders and all those orders are being tracked by my Facebook pixel, I'm gonna take this product to Facebook, of course, and I'm gonna use the same video that I have. I'm gonna make some lookalike audiences on Facebook, and if you don't know what those are, I'll go more into it in a future video. You really don't gotta worry about them until you make like a good amount of orders, because they're not really gonna be worth it unless you get like 50 plus purchases tracked by your pixel. So that's what I'll do now, right? And then I will also keep buying shoutouts, because I know everyone says this, but it's 100% true. You gotta double down on what works. And aside from that, I also started a Google AdWords campaign just for $10 a day, nothing crazy, just to test the waters. I never really use Google AdWords, but I just wanted to give it a try with this product, right? Because why not? It's only $10 a day. This product is clearly making me a lot of profit, so why not test more things? But obviously, while still doubling down on what works, because we don't want the cash flow to end, right? We want the cash flow to keep coming, but we also want to scale the campaign to make, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, right? So this is the process, guys. There's no such thing as a winning product overnight. There is. You could make a ton of sales quick, but you're not gonna make $10,000 in a day right away. Like it's a process. You start with like $100, then $200, then $300, then $500. Like you gotta build it up. That's why it's called scaling up, because you gotta scale up your campaign. All right, guys. So hopefully you got a ton of value out of this video. You can actually go on my Instagram, and I made a post after like each day. Well, not each day. I only posted like 5 days of the challenge, but I post a lot of valuable content on exactly what I was doing. Also, I've been doing some Instagram live sessions, which are, I mean, people are getting a ton of value from them because they can ask me absolutely anything and I can answer like to my fullest extent. I don't have to like type it in a DM, right? So definitely be on the lookout for those. Subscribe to my channel if you're getting value from this, and if you want to support me in any way, that'd be the best way to do it. And yeah, guys, please implement these tips and keep killing it, because you know you can do it. You just gotta stay determined. All right, see you later.